Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Being the Odds. It is Saturday, October 18th, 2025, and we are back with our college football best bets of the day. If you're new to the channel, my name is Zach, and welcome to Being the Odds. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, and hit notification bell so you never miss a pick. We post these college football videos every single day that college football is on, all the other major sports as well. Excited to have y'all here. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. So to recap yesterday's results, I got brutalized a little bit, man. Cal minus 8.5 completely. Just lost. The Miami minus 13.5 lost. We didn't see the board bowl yesterday, obviously. That was tough. But you know what? We got picks for you guys here today. We have a loaded Saturday slate. Let's just jump right into them. And by the way, if we sweep today, I'm going to give away $100 cash early week. If you remember, there's only someone who likes this video, comments their favorite play, and subscribes or follows the channel. So make sure you do that right now. But let's get into the plays that we actually have for today. So the first play I'm rolling with, I'm going with you, and I'm going to start with the Holy War. I'm going Utah minus 3.5 on the road versus BYU. First off, is there any better of a title for a game, by the way? Like the Holy War for Utah minus 3, like Utah and BYU. Absolutely awesome nickname for a rivalry. But first off, we want to side with the Sharps, and that's where we are right now. 37% of the bets is right this second, while 70% of the money is on Utah right now, which is just an absolute. The Sharps are all over this one as of right this second. The other thing is I really believe when we're looking at this game, we have to look at competition level. We have to look at some games. So if you look at Utah, if you take out a bad game against Texas Tech, which they played horribly in, they have been just dominant this entire year. And there's a reason why they're favored over BYU at home. And this is a trap. Right now, Vegas is begging people to bet BYU. That's why they have it at 3.5, not 3. If it was a 2, honestly, just full transparency, if this game was Utah minus 2.5, I would probably lean actually BYU, weirdly enough. But they're throwing out that hook because they think everyone's going to think it's a field goal game when it's not. BYU has not played any real legitimate competition. If you actually look down their schedule, from this year, they have not played anybody so far this year. Let's just run through it really quick. They played against Portland State, terrible. Stanford, terrible. ECU, not very good. Colorado, not good. And by the way, they didn't cover that game either. West Virginia, terrible. And then they played against Arizona, which they won. Which Arizona's fine, they're okay. This is by far their hardest opponent by a mile. And then they have Iowa State, Texas Tech coming up. Now, obviously, this is not a look-ahead spot for them because it is BYU versus Utah. It's the biggest game on their schedule. But they also haven't played any team that is even remotely close to the talent level of Utah. Also, I'm not sure what the hell they're going to do about Dampier, the quarterback for Utah, because he can run, he can throw. He is a legit dual threat. And when we're looking at this, the BYU's, their record's inflated. And Utah, on the other hand, has actually played legitimate competition. If you actually look at their schedule as well, who they've played, they have some very nice wins on the schedule. First off, you saw what UCLA's doing right now. They beat them 43-10. Cal Poly, they're terrible. Wyoming, who's actually been really solid in the Mountain West, they beat the shit out of. Bad game with Texas Tech. They killed West Virginia. They killed Arizona State. And now they have BYU, their biggest game, obviously, on the schedule. Utah's the better team. They're also better coached. They have way more talent. I love Utah here, minus 3.5. They're going to win this game by 7 and 10 points. It's going to be a really fun game the whole way, and then Utah's going to pull away mid-third quarter and on. So give me Utah minus 3.5 versus BYU in this game. Next, I'm going to roll with the over 60.5 in Oregon and Rutgers. This is, if you look at just the names on the on the front of this jersey, it's kind of a gross play. Rutgers going over. What won the world? But here's the thing. Oregon plays a mile a minute, as we all know. This team just they put the foot on the gas and they just go on offense. They have weapons everywhere. Dante Moore honestly has been fantastic for Oregon this year, and he does not look like the UCLA Dante Moore. He looks like the Dante Moore everyone thought he was coming out of high school. The Rutgers defense is an utter train wreck. They might have Greg Schiano as coach, but they do not have the horses defensively to keep up with literally everyone. I don't see a world in which Oregon doesn't score at least 40 because of how fast they play, how bad Rutgers defense is, and the fact that Oregon lost outright to Indiana last week as 7.5-point favorites in Oregon. By the way, we had Indiana plus 7.5 on our membership, just saying. But here's the thing, is that Oregon's going to be able to breathe that they're playing Indiana. This is not going to be the same defense. This is not going to be the same resistance level. Very similar to Utah here. Like, they've got a worse opponent, a substantially worse opponent than they had to play last week, and that's going to give them an opportunity to really just, put the hammer down on this Rutgers team. And Rutgers offensively actually is quite good. And Rutgers is also 5-1 against the over so far this year. So that's really solid. And there could be a little bit of a defensive hangover from Oregon because of how physically dominating that Indiana offense was running the ball and just taking it to them. So there could be a little bit of defensive hangover, in my opinion, from Oregon. And Rutgers is also at home. And if Rutgers can manage 24 points this game, we're going to go way over this number. I think it could be a 75 point total today. It's going to be a really fun game, even though it is in Piscataway and probably bad weather. I love the over 60.5 on Oregon Rutgers. By the way, the best line on this one, I think, is on Hard Rock, because on FanDuel it's 61.5. On DraftKings, it's also 61.5. You can get it 60.5. It's a little bit of a better football number. So give me over 60.5 Oregon Rutgers. Next, I'm going with Washington plus 5.5 versus Michigan. The Sharps are heavy on Washington today. 48% of the bets, while 59% of the money is on Washington right now. And by the way, when I first was researching, it was 50% of the bets with 59% of the money. The fact that the bet percentage is going down and the money percentage is not moving, that is a sharp money play. And when you're looking at this, I can absolutely see why. Washington's quarterback, his name's escaped me right now, is fantastic. Dual threat, can give Michigan's defense tons of problems. And Washington's defense is actually really solid, and they turn you over. They cause turnovers, which is going to be important against this Michigan team. Plus, Bryce Underwood for Michigan is very, very good, man. He is legitimately good. But it does feel like when Sherrone Moore is coaching, that he's ultra conservative with him, doesn't let him run, and it hampers how good he can genuinely be. And obviously Sherrone Moore is coaching today. And if Washington can stop the running attack from Michigan, they should be a live dog and they can win this game outright. Now, a little worried about the body clock issues, but I get 5.5 points. And Washington, honestly, had outside of the Ohio State game, which Ohio State is just on another level, they played very, very well this year. So I'm going to take Washington here, plus 5.5 on the road versus Michigan. I'm getting points here. Next, I'm going with Missouri money line versus Auburn. This is a revenge play for me, like a personal revenge play. The sharp money right now is on Auburn. I'm just going to be totally transparent with everybody here. The sharp money is on Auburn today, but I don't care, because here's the reality. There's always, when you're thinking about sharp money, I've noticed this in the NFL, I've noticed in college football in my 7 years being a pro sports bettor. I've only had the channel for 2.5, but I've noticed this for a long time. And what that is that whenever you're thinking about sharps, there's always a couple of teams, I don't know which ones, until about this point in the season, where it doesn't matter whether the sharp money is on them or not, they will blow that game. And that's what Auburn is. If you look at what happened with Georgia last week, there is no reason on planet Earth that team should have not covered. It was absolutely insane, but they did. They found a way to lose. They found a way to lose against Texas A&M. By the way, we did have Auburn in that game, and we did cover that one, but whatever. But Missouri is just a better team. They just are. They're a better overall team than Auburn is. I like Bo Pribula substantially more than I like Jackson Arnold. Drink is way better coach than Hugh Freeze at this point in his career. And this Auburn offensive line, I think, is the most important thing to see here. They do not protect the quarterback. They don't. And the Missouri, listen, they lost against Alabama last week. They did cover, by the way, because they were 3.5-point dogs. We had Missouri last week, plus 3.5, just saying. But this is a bounce back spot for Missouri. Missouri's offense is better than what Georgia has, in my opinion. They just are. And they're in a bounce back spot. And also, there's got to be something hanging over this program right now where they're wondering whether or not they'll ever get over the hump to beat a solid SEC team. That has to be on their mind. It has to be. And with Missouri coming to town, I don't really see how it's going to be much different. So give me Missouri here on the money line versus Auburn. Now, guys, we don't just have 4 plays for you guys today. We actually have 12 total plays. The other 8 on our membership, and you can get the rest of our plays for 40% off using code ZDM40 at checkout. As a member, you get all of our members-only best bets every single day, which is most profitable best bets on a day-to-day basis. On top of that, you have a direct line to me. So any game you're considering betting, reach out to our hotline number and get a guaranteed response back about any game you're considering betting, and get our free picks on YouTube sent to you before these videos come out. That would take advantage of early lines, early odds. The website is zdmbets.com/picks. Website is linked in the pinned comment below. But a quick recap: what we have the Utah minus 3.5 versus BYU. We have over 60.5 in Oregon and Rutgers. Washington plus 5.5 versus Michigan, and Missouri moneyline versus Auburn. So guys, go lock in those picks. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. I'll see you all tomorrow. Make sure y'all check out those other videos.